Okay, we're also going to look at making our reaction time game cheat proof here. And so what we're going to do is we have our check buttons function. And so what we're going to do is when we do our wait, instead of using time.sleep, we're going to get, we'll say delay time equals random. So we're going to get a variable to track our delay. And we'll call it delay time. Okay? And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to, instead of using time.sleep, we're going to do a while loop. And let's multiply this by 1,000 to convert it into milliseconds. Okay? So I get random delay and convert to milliseconds. Okay, and so we're going to say delay start equals, and we'll get the current time. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to say while, and we're going to do some math here. Basically, we're going to keep checking to see what the time is and see if the amount of time has passed. So we're going to say delay time plus delay start is less than time dot ticks ms. So while that's true, and we can put this in parentheses if you want, what we're going to do is we're going to check the buttons. And we're going to say cheater equals none. And we're going to do an and cheater equals none. And we'll go parentheses here too. Oops. And so what's going to happen is if there's a cheater, this loop will exit early as well. All right, and we're going to say cheater equals check buttons, just like that. And so this is where it's useful to have a function for checking the buttons, because now we can reuse it twice in our code. We can use it here to check for a cheater and later to check for a winner. And then we're going to check here when it's done. We're going to say if cheater is not none, we're going to have a message. So say print player 1 cheated. Or player, we use an F string here. Cheated. Starting over. Just like that. Okay? And then we don't want to complete the loop here. So instead of, we're going to use a keyword here, so that instead of doing all this stuff, it's going to head back to the start. And we'll have a LED off just to make sure it's still turned off, and maybe a short delay there as well. Okay, and so the keyword we're going to use here is, so we're going to use the word continue here, and what continue does is this will restart the loop from the beginning. Okay, and so that will play that game. Let's see. Let's run it real quick and make sure it works. Okay. And it's not working because we have a bug here. So in this check, basically we're waiting to see if the time's up right here. And so this should happen while these two are greater than this value. So the delay time is maybe like 2 or 3 seconds, or like 2,000 milliseconds. And the delay start is when we started counting. We want this plus that to actually be greater than this instead of less than that. And so we'll change this to be greater, and then it should work now. So we stop it, and we run it, And now if I do like an early press, it says you cheated. Do an early press, you cheated. And there you go. So now it works. Okay. So this is how you would modify this to prevent cheating, by adding this kind of, by modifying your tracking of the time here. Okay. And then by doing a check to see if somebody cheated. All right, we've got that button, that function here that we use to kind of keep track of the check to see who had pressed the button. Okay.